Hello, welcome. Happy day to you. I would say basically a happy, wonderful Tuesday of August the 8th of 2023. So this is going to be a remarkable way of how it is. Basically, it seems to be how impressing this is, how enticing it is, and how very interesting of what it seems to be. So in fact, that when things go a different way, they always do. I always think about that from a different way, a different angle, different, you know, understanding. So, this is how it seems to be. We understand about how it is, and this is not going to be a long video, but if it seems to be that, that's how it is. So this is just how it seems to be, and enjoy of what's going on. So think about this, and think about how it seems to be, and we're going to get started. So here we go. All right. So this is what it seems to be right now. Basically, we're going to look at. So we have the Nine of Pentacles is upright, Ten of Pentacles is upright, Page of Pentacles is upright. Wow, this is very interesting. Five of Cups is upright. Ace of Swords is upright. Oh my lord. And the King of Swords reversed. Swords upright, sorry. Um, so basically we have earth signs here, we have air signs here, and we have water signs here. That's like 9 zodiac signs in this picture. And this is how it seems to be when everything seems to be all good, all dandy, all everything is, right? It's kind of like good advertising, but in a way of how it is, it's very significant of how it seems to be, because you're looking at this, right? You're looking at it from a different way, right? A different outcome, a different desire, right? A different taste, right? And that's how it is. Because when you look at it, that's how it seems to be, right? Nonetheless, that this is very remarkable, and it's very, very good how it is, but we don't know what's going on right now, because when I think about this way of how it is, and I think it's based on that, it's based on how what the other cards are saying. We're going to look at this from a different way, a different angle, right? So here we go. So what's the opposite of the Nine of Pentacles? What's the opposite of the Ten of Pentacles? Page of Pentacles, King of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Five of Cups. Right, so this is how it is. So we have the Three of Air is great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. That's how it seems to be for that one. This one is the Knight of Water, is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love, or wedding proposals. The need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. That's how it seems to be. And this one, the world is, for Archangel Michael, is a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. That's what it seems to be for that one, right? Um, Basically for this one, Seven of Fire is defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. That's how it seems to be. And the Five of Earth is fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. That's what it seems to be. And last one is the Dreamer. Archangel Metron is a leap of faith. Follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So, that's just how it's based on, where it is, like how it seems to be, how it kind of is at the moment, like, right? you have to impose the situation of how it is, right? It's that interesting way. It's that how that aspect of how it is, right? Because you're looking at this, right? You're looking at it from a different angle, right? And you know, when you absolutely do this, you have to impose that this is a very good way of how it is, right? You have to understand of how it is. It's basically that, right? And that's how it kind of is. It's that way. It's that momentum of how it seems to be. You know, it's that way of how it is. Because like the saying goes, it's like you have to remember that when everything seems to be all great and dandy, that's what it is. But you have to remember that when everything seems to be all different and all crystal clear, that's what it kind of is, right? There's always not a right or wrong to do, but that's what it kind of addresses, right? Because if you choose your battles wisely, or if you do something wrong, or you have unexpected opportunities or something like that, you're looking at that from a different way, right? That's what it seems to be. So when you look at this from a different way, you have to look at that from that, right? Um, that's what it seems to be. So when you think about this from a different way, you have to impose of what's going on. You know, you have to see it as a different way, a different outcome. You know, you have to look at that. Now, for instance, we have fire signs, we have earth signs, we have water signs here, we have air signs. You know, now we have more than that, right? So we have basically 12 zodiac signs in this picture right now, and that's fine. But what I'm going to say is from right to left, it seems to be how mastering that is, right? This is how you're going to look at it from that angle, from that way, right? And that's how it seems to be. So when you think about that, when you think that everything is all great and all dandy, well, then that's what it is. But you have to impose that situation that you can do this as much as you can. Nonetheless, that this can be very improving and very unexpected. So, as a matter of fact, because we have all the upright cards here, right? We're going to look at this from a different way, a different setup. Okay. Now, overall, these are all upright cards. Okay. Now you see them that they're all upright. Okay. Now we are going to look at what's opposite of those cards. So we're going to see it as how it is. So what are the reverse cards for all those other cards here? And see what's happening in this picture. Then I'll do those, and then we're going to see how it is, how it ends. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we have the lovers is upright, nine of swords is upright. Okay, pair of swords is upright. Ah, the fool is reversed. Okay, the ten of swords reversed, and the nine of wands is upright. Okay, so it's still representing the the air signs here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then basically for fire signs, it's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. See, this is how it's improving because now we have these reverse cards here, right? So now we have all these upright cards. You know, we have some loss and everything else, but you know, for these two, the reverse cards, the ten of swords reverse and the fool reverse. Now, see, this is not like kind of like how it is right now, but when you think about it, it's very different. How it seems to be, you know, and this is how it's gonna be. So let me try to tell you. So I'll put these cards over here for a minute. Okay. Now we have these upright cards. Okay. So now we have all these uprights. So while we do that for sure, we're going to look at all these uprights. So we have fire, five of cups upright, we have the earth, five of earth. Then we have Ace of Swords is upright, the Dreamer, the King of Swords. We have the World over here, followed by the Ace of Pentacles is upright. So now we have all these upright cards, okay? Now we have to figure it out. So we have the Knight of Water here. We have Ten of Pentacles is upright. Three of Air is upright. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, do you see the difference? Then you have Nine of Wands is upright. You have Three of Wands is upright. You have the Knight of Swords is upright. And the Lovers is upright. So you have all these cards here. So now you have those, okay? Now we have to figure out both these two, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords reversed, and the Fool, the reverse. So now we have to put these over here to see what's going on between this figure, this mobility of how this way is, this setup is. And you know how the setup is, it's very different. Why? Because you have to understand how it is, right? Now believe me, is that when you look at this, you're looking at it from a different way, okay? It's like you're looking at a pile of clothes over there. You're looking at, how it is right now. And then when you look at it, you're looking at, juice, leftover orange juice, whatever it is, okay? You're looking at it from a different way and you're thinking, what is this? Why is it so wrong? Why is it? Because that's how it seems to be. Now you have to have everything that will completely be different, a different way, a different outcome. So now when I look at this reading that you're going to look at pretty soon, you have to understand that this is a very significant reading. It is a different reading, it's a different way, but you have to remember that this is a very good process and different way of how it is, right? Now, I know that I always tell you this, that, you know, um, I don't do puzzles very well, but when you look at a puzzle, what I'm doing, you have to look at that, okay? You're looking at it from a different way. And that's what it seems to be. You're looking at it from a different way. And you have to impose about that way of that outcome and enjoying of what's going on because that's what it seems to be, right? And when you think about it, you believe on what's going on. Okay, it's that simple. It's that way of how it is, and you have to believe about what's going on. So, the further ado, without any question, you have to understand about how this is. Okay, so let's see. What's the opposite of the Ten of Swords reversed and the Fool? What's the opposite? Six of Earth is gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. That's what it seems to be for that one. And over here it says, the King of Earth is generous, professional, responsible, practical. A successful time, competently accept opportunities you are offered. The mind is touched. That's what that word means. So you have this ability of knowing what's going on, right? Because in other words, you have to figure out how this is, right? It's that simple. It's that way of progressing and knowing what to do, right? It's that how ability, right? Let me try to give you more information to this reading. You have to believe that you can do this, right? This is like maybe a stepping stone where you're going from one end to another end, but you have to take your time. You can't go too fast. You can't go, speeding, or anything like that. But you have to take control of what's going on, you know, because you have to figure out how it's going to be, right? Now you can think of this of Okay, well, I know what Zoe Alex is talking about. This is how it seems to be. And this is a very precise reading. And you have to understand that this is a very engagement of how it seems to be, engaging of how the way of how this reading is. It's that simple. It's that way of how I'm giving you a good and take situation. I'm giving the information, you're taking it, right? And this is how it kind of remains. So, before I let you all go, you have to pay attention to whether it's going to be a different outcome, a different way, because you have to think of yourself that you can do this as much as you can. If you're staying positive, you can do it. If you're staying negative, don't do that because it will haunt you, and negativity can haunt you as much as you can. And you don't want to do that. You know, you have to face your own ability. You have to understand of who's right and who's wrong in this situation, right? You have to believe about you can do this. You can understand of what's going on, right? It's that simple. It's that way of how it is. You have to you have to maintain your ability, right? You have to understand of what's going on and who's doing this and is it my fault or is it not my fault or whatever it is. You have to pick a side, right? You have to have that motivation skill. And when you do that, right? And that's what it seems to be. So believe on what's going on, and you have to understand of what's going on through this situation here, right? And believe about it because you have to look at it from a different way, right? It's that simple. It's that way of how I'm giving you this information, you understanding it, right? And when you look at this from a different way, you're looking at it. And that's what's based on. You have to look who, what, where, when, why, sometimes how in that situation. You have to understand about that. So believe about how this remains. Understand what's going on in this situation. Believe that you can do this as best you can. Remember how it is. So believe and understand. And that's what it seems to be. So understanding this huge puzzle. Okay. So thank you very much. Have a good day to all, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and bye for now. Ready.